Okay, so we're going to do number 15. And there, it just basically said, find all the missing sides and angles of this triangle. And it says, do not, what did it say? Do not use a calculator. Give me exact values. So whenever it says give me exact values, leave your root 2s, your root 3s, your root 5s alone, and don't plug it into your calculator. So the very first thing that I do is I recognize that this thing is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Well, first I would notice that this is a right triangle, and then I'd notice that this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. So because this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle, the very first thing that I do is I write the lengths down according to x, 2x, and x root 3. Well, across from the 30-degree angle is my x side. So I write x, and then I write 2x, and then I say this is equal to x root 3. Okay. Oh, I just realized. Give me 1 second. So the very first thing I do is label my sides according to x, 2x, x root 3. And then I'm going to solve whatever equation I have. No equations here, no equations here, an equation here. And I'm basically looking for what x is going to be. So I'm going to solve this equation that says x root 3 equals to 24. And so just like with any equation, because these two things are being multiplied, the way you get rid of it is through division. So I am going to divide by root 3, which looks funny, but it's a number, so it's okay. So then my answer is x is equal to 24 divided by square root of 3. Now, technically, I'm done. Okay. But if you're going to take the SAT or some other standardized test, you'd have to know how to rationalize the denominator. So Miss Johnson's class, you can leave the answer like this. But if you're going to take the SATs or anything like that, you're going to have to learn how to rationalize the denominator. Basically, get rid of the radical in your denominator. So the very first thing that I do, I think of what can I multiply by, and it's the number 1, that would multiply by this root 3, and then it would multiply, and then the denominator no longer has a root 3 in it. Okay, so I'm going to multiply by 1, but what can I put in this 1 that eventually over here I would not have any square roots? What do you guys think? What would I multiply in here by? Yes, very good. I'd multiply by root 3. So you can't just multiply the denominator by root 3. You'd have to multiply the numerator as well. So very good. Someone said root 3 over root 3. That's perfect. And there it goes. It's syncing a tad faster, I think. Okay. So this is a square root of 3, and this is a square root of 3 on top and bottom. So what's square root of 3 times square root of 3? That's square root of 9, right? Which is just 3. So far in my denominator, I did my job because there's no square roots in my denominator. I wish you can see this. It is so fantastic, but this is going slow. There it goes. And then on the top, I'm just going to multiply 24 times root 3, and then I'm like done, right? So some people say, hey, Ms. Johnson, can I cancel out that 3 and that 3? The answer is no, but you can simplify that right there because they're both outside. So 24 root 3 divided by 3 is 8 root 3. Okay, so that's what x is. So I'm going to go over here and label it x. So that's 8 root 3. And then I'm going to multiply it by 2. So that's 2 times 8 root 3. Do you guys know how to multiply this? What's 2 times the 8 square root 3? What's 2 times 8 square root 3? Anybody know this? What's 2 times 8 square root 3? Yeah, it's 16 root 3. Outside times outside is 16 root 3. And then the last thing is I want to make sure that I got all sides. Check, check, check. And all angles. Oh no, that angle. So it's just 30 degrees because the sum of the angles of a triangle is equal to 180. Okay, so that's 30 degrees. As soon as it shows up, that's a 30. All right. Thank you for listening. Have